Hey guys, welcome back. In my previous sessions, I discussed about respiratory organs, mechanism of breathing, exchange of gases, and transport of gases. The links of these topics are provided in the description. You can watch them for the details. Today, I'll be discussing about the topics regulation of respiration and disorders of respiratory system. These topics are from the chapter breathing and exchange of gases from class 11 biology. Let's start with today's topics. Regulation of respiration. Human beings have a significant ability to maintain and moderate the respiratory rhythm to suit the demands of the body tissues. I repeat this statement once again. Human beings have a significant ability to maintain and moderate the respiratory rhythm to suit the demands of the body tissues. This is done by neural system. Here, a specialized center present in the medulla region of the brain called respiratory rhythm center is primarily responsible for this regulation. Very important for your exams. Okay, so respiratory rhythm center present in the medulla region of the brain is primarily responsible for regulation of respiration. Another center present in the pons region of the brain called pneumotaxic center. This pneumotaxic center present in the pons region of the brain can moderate the functions of respiratory rhythm center. Very important. Pneumotaxic center present in the pons region can moderate the functions of respiratory rhythm center that is present in the medulla of brain. Okay, neural signal from this pneumotaxic center can reduce the duration of inspiration and thereby alter the respiratory rate. So it is also playing very important role. After this, a chemosensitive area. Chemosensitive means sensitive to chemicals. So a chemosensitive area situated adjacent to respiratory rhythm center is highly sensitive to carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. Okay, so a chemosensitive area that is adjacent to respiratory rhythm center is highly sensitive to carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. Increase in these substances, carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions, can activate chemosensitive area, which in turn can signal the rhythm center to make necessary adjustments in the respiratory process by which the substances can be eliminated. So this is how a chemosensitive area is also playing important role in regulation of respiration. Receptors associated with aortic arch and carotid artery also can recognize changes in carbon dioxide and hydrogen ion concentration and send necessary signals to rhythm center for remedial actions. Yes, here the aortic arch is a part of aorta present between ascending aorta and descending aorta. This arch of aorta is located in the mediastinum region, which is a central compartment of thoracic cavity surrounded by loose connective tissues. And the carotid artery supplies oxygenated blood to head and neck regions. So, the receptors associated with these structures, aortic arch and carotid artery, also can recognize changes in carbon dioxide and hydrogen ion concentration and send necessary signals to the rhythm center for remedial actions. Here, the role of oxygen in the regulation of respiratory rhythm is quite insignificant. Moving to the next, disorders of respiratory system. One of the disorder, asthma. It is a long-term inflammatory disease of airways of the lungs, that is bronchi and bronchioles. So asthma is due to long-term inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles. The symptoms include episodes of wheezing, coughing, chest tightness and shortness of breath. Here, wheezing is nothing but a continuous, coarse and whistle-like sound produced during breathing process. And the severity of the symptoms can also depend on person. During night, during exercises, the symptoms could vary from person to person. So, wheezing, coughing, chest tightness and shortness of breath, these are the symptoms of asthma. Asthma is thought to be caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. After this, one more, a disorder of respiratory system called emphysema. It is also called pneumatosis. Emphysema, it is the abnormal presence of air or other gas within tissues. I repeat this once again. Emphysema is the abnormal presence of air or other gas within tissues. It is a chronic disease, long duration disease. It is a chronic disease in which alveolar walls are damaged, due to which respiratory surface is decreased. Very important. Okay, now emphysema is a chronic disease. It is a chronic disorder in which alveolar walls are damaged. Alveoli are the functional units of lungs. So, alveolar walls are damaged, and because of this, respiratory surface is decreased. One of the major causes of this is cigarette smoking. That could cause emphysema. After this, occupational respiratory disorders. In certain industries, especially those involving grinding and stone breaking. So, grinding and stone breaking involved in some of the industries. In such industries, so much dust is produced that the defense mechanism of the body cannot fully cope with the situation. So, long exposure to such dust particles can give rise to inflammation, leading to fibrosis. Fibrosis is nothing but proliferation of fibrous tissues. So, long exposure can give rise to inflammation, leading to fibrosis and thus causing serious lung damage. Workers in such industries should wear protective masks. Some of the occupational respiratory disorders are like silicosis and asbestosis. Silicosis is because of inhalation of crystalline silica dust. And the symptoms of silicosis include shortness of breath, cough, fever, cyanosis. The skin color changes to blue. Okay, so these are the symptoms of silicosis. Exposure to crystalline silica dust. The exposure can be long duration exposure to lower levels of silica dust or short duration exposure to larger levels of silica dust that could cause silicosis, and these are the symptoms. Moving to one more, asbestosis. This is because of exposure to asbestos fibers. So, the symptoms include shortness of breath, cough, wheezing, and chest tightness. These are the symptoms. Complication could be lung cancer and pulmonary heart disease. So, these are the severe conditions. For very long exposure to asbestos can cause these asbestosis disease. So these are silicosis and asbestosis are some of the examples of occupational respiratory disorders. So this is the workers in industries are exposed to such dust particles for longer duration, and hence they are affected by such occupational disorders. Let's discuss some important questions based on the topics that we have discussed so far. First question: dash present in the pons region of the brain can moderate the functions of respiratory rhythm center. Answer is pneumotaxic center. Obviously, the pneumotaxic center present in the pons region of the brain can moderate the functions of respiratory rhythm center, which is located in the medulla part of the brain. Moving to the second question: a chemosensitive area situated adjacent to the rhythm center is highly sensitive to. Answer is carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. Moving to the next question: dash is a chronic disorder in which alveolar walls are damaged, due to which respiratory surface is decreased. So, in which respiratory disorder alveolar walls are damaged? The answer is emphysema. Emphysema is a chronic disorder in which alveolar walls are damaged, due to which respiratory surface is decreased. This is all about today's session. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. I'll be back with another sessions. Have a great day. Thank you.